Hello, Monsters of Banter, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, Mortal Empires, and part 19 of my Throt the Unclean campaign, where we're currently fighting the entire world, apparently, because it looks like the Bretonnians from the Southlands have turned up, just rocked up, decided to lay siege to me. With 2 stacks, we've got Marienburg over here, the Empire's throwing everything it's got. How much stuff does the Empire have? They're strength rank 22, I'm strength rank 8, which means they should have less stuff than I do. However, I doubt that somehow. They've got 26 settlements. Fine. What? The Cult of Pleasure is strength rank 1, which is good. The Warriors of Chaos do like me, but also hate my guts because reasons. How do you... Okay, it's deteriorating because you keep trespassing, and you've also got prejudice against the Warriors of Chaos. Fair enough. The Dwarves are strength rank 3, as it's expected. Clanisham was doing quite well against them to start off with, but that has since not gone so well. Yes. And then, weirdly, the Lawmasters are strength rank 4. They actually have 6 settlements, although that's not that many, really. And slightly concerningly, the last Defenders are strength rank 5, with 19 settlements. I'm also at war with them. How long before stacks of Stegodons arrive? I'm going to assume anywhere between 1 to 5 turns, so that should be fun to see. Anywho, with that in mind, we've got lots of stuff to do.
All tales are mine.
Indeed, indeed. So, speed, no. Yeah, more missile strength for all missile units. Does that include artillery? Don't know, not sure. Not that big a deal. Goggly Rats is going to increase mobility because we kind of need it. I'm going to worry about all of this next turn. But first we've got research available. So let's go with, oh, I don't know, hallucinogenics? I mean, I could use some. Let's go with that. Take the edge off. There we go. Nice. Kislev, let's upgrade you. Cool. And some more lightning. Yes, I'm going to repair that because why not? Let's get a bell because bells make people happy. And also some extra... no, not... yeah, no, growth. Let's go growth. Oh, you... Bretonnian bastards. I could have fought it, but oh, it would have been annoying. Alright, we've got problems all over the place. First and foremost, this one. So. Yes, Nurglost, get in here. We haven't killed Bretonnians yet. Get in there, buddy. I mean, the nice thing about Bretonnian peasants, at least, is that they are very squishy. Soup, like these guys, melted. Not even a chance. Look at these guys all blobbed together here. I mean, this is just a disaster waiting to happen. I say disaster, or, you know, artillery barrage. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that Lady's Blessing can stop that much artillery. You know, she's only one woman. What's she going to do? Well, let's be honest. These guys are running for the hills. Super deads. We're munching on their... Look at that, the wolf rats sweeping in there. We've also got Ixcha's triads. This is lunch. This is a buffet. It's all you can eat. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a battle where I've lost 0 troops. And yet... So this is the thing about Bretonnian men-at-arms, is that they are so bad that even Gold Chevron, they're just trash. Total and utter trash. I mean, you did survive, but not... well. Okay, we've got mutagen as well.
All tales are mine.
So... got stuff to play around with.
Send slaves.
I'm going Do I just whack some... Why not? Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. I mean, that works. I mean, it takes the heavy lifting off of me, doesn't it? It means I don't need to think about it anymore. I can't be bothered to think. Thinking's hard.
Bigger than Gorage thing.
And I don't want to do it. So I refuse to. So, I'm going to get Moulder Knowledge, because that's going to just basically just buff everyone up, which is quite nice. Jeremy the Intern is going to be hard to hit, because that's always good. Okay, I need to go down and deal with Carl. Now, Ratgrad can hold out for a little while.
I must keep my holy vow. No!
Seriously? You're from down here. Why are they... They're crusading in the wrong direction. They should be crusading in the other direction. Why are they crusading in this direction? Go away. Go... Bugger off. Go and crusade in someone else's direction. Not mine. I do not want you crusading in my direction! I mean, okay, this does have max rank defences, so we should be fine there, I think. Okay, I think this is about as good as we're going to get. We could potentially get another army. Well, no, we can't really get another army because it just... Recruiting another general would basically wipe out the income. And if we lose... Ratgrad is currently making more than our current income, which means if we lose Ratgrad, we lose all of that. So that can't happen. Well, it can happen, but it just shouldn't. Oh, bugger. Okay, not gonna lie, doesn't look great. That could help, maybe.
Fight die for me.
That might be the outcome. Okay, this is a little bit dicey, but we do have very potent defences, which are already taking a massive toll on the defenders. You can see cutting through their ranks there, doing quite a lot of damage to artillery. The artillery is moving up undefended, which I'm quite liking, because that means we can potentially use a little menace from below down there. They've also got these demigryphs on each flank. You have to be a little bit careful, because they're going to be doing a lot of damage against that wall. It's already up to, what's that, over... Yeah, it's going to take, like, what? Another couple of volleys. So we need to try and put a stop to that. They're going to get another one off before the menace from below gets in amongst the Hellstorm rocket battery, and it looks like that wall might be going down. But now this is looking good, because the demigryphs are charged in from both flanks. They're now making a real mess of those clan rats, which is perfect, because of course these clan rats were never meant to live. They were meant to kaboom, which does a huge amount of damage to the artillery, a huge amount of damage to the demigryphs. Basically wipes out that left flank almost entirely, apart from the steam tanks, of course. The centre, we do have infantry advancing, but they're getting absolutely wrecked by the defences as they advance on the right flank. We've managed to take out both of the siege towers. They're both down, and that means we are now doing damage to the enemy infantry as they advance. Quite a lot of damage there. They are now starting to climb up to engage the clan rats. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Behind the walls, we do have units of storm vermin, some poison wind globe bombardiers as well. The demigryphs, though, are making a break for the gap in the wall. The storm vermin are repositioning to engage them, but they are going to reach there before the storm vermin are in position. That's fine, because we're going to move some clan rats over here just to block them just for a second, and that is going to get their attention. At least one unit of them. Another unit is going to break off, and then it's starting to actually starting to rout, which is fine. Looks like one unit's been wiped out, which is good. This unit is now breaking and running away. The steam tanks, though, are on their way to the gap in the wall, and that's going to be an issue for us. We've got another Hellstorm rocket battery opening fire, which is doing quite a bit of damage, but our wall defences are still holding and are cutting through the enemy infantry. If we can do as much damage as possible before they reach our lines, then basically we should be able to mop up the survivors. The main issue being these steam tanks, because I don't really have a good answer for them. Night Runners moving in to engage the Demigryph Knights, because even if they attack one unit, we've got two of them, and if we break them up, obviously we can shoot them in the back. That should be fine. Stormvermin moving up to just plug this gap in the wall. Make sure that if this steam tank does try and break through, that it's going to have to break through a unit of anti-large defenders. Those Demigryphs getting riddled with shurikens. Of course, they're not claneshans, they're not armor piercing, which means they're not doing as much damage as they could, but it's still doing a fair chunk of damage, and even though we're going to get charged, we should be able to deal with those fairly easily. The defenders have reached the... the attackers have reached the wall, including their general, and they are destroying the Stormvermin here, but I'm not overly worried. In fact, what would be really good is if they could make a hole in the wall for me, because then they would like come filtering through, and I could use my Poison Wind Globadiers just to chuck Poison Winds at them until they just fucked off and died. So far, so good, though. They have managed to break through, but the Poison Wind Globadiers should be able to mop them up. Also, we've got some Stormvermin here. The Great Swords should not be able to break through that. We've also got some Plague Monks stationed nearby, just in case, as well as the Warlock Engineer General as well. You see that that General of the Empire was chased off by Stormvermin, and units that are climbing up on top of the wall are getting destroyed by the Poison Wind Globes. So the Great Swords dying horribly, and our Stormvermin getting hit by the Poison Wind as well. But you know what? They're there to die, basically. That's what they're there for. The steam tanks are taking a lot of damage, but they're also doing a lot of damage. If there was just one steam tank, I think the Stormvermin would probably be okay, but against two of them, it's dicey. We do need to get these Night Runners in position to help out, try and whittle the steam tanks down a little bit. Elsewhere, though, this battle does seem to be pretty much in the bag, because the enemy are running out of units to throw at us. Although the balance of power is still very much in their favour, I don't believe that, to be honest. It seems wildly out. The enemy General of the Empire is coming back. He's going to actually go and attack our Warlock Engineer. Or no, he is. Yes, he is. He's coming in. He's trying to attack, but the Poison Wind Globes, this is not going to be great for him, because, of course, they are anti-large. Are they anti-large? They used to be anti-large. No, they're just armor-piercing now. They used to be anti-large, but they are now armor-piercing. And they do a lot of damage to large. And you can see the General just getting wrecked here. And still losing health, thanks to the fact that, of course, it is a debuff, a dot debuff, and he's going to make his getaway. The Plague Claw Catapults, a good place for the Plague Claw Catapults, actually right in front of the gate here, because that means as soon as they try and filter into the gatehouse, they're going to get smashed in that choke point. The tower defences destroying anything that tries to get through. Over here you can see a great unit of Great Swords and a Huntsman General trying to advance, but just taking horrendous damage as they try to. Some Great Swords make it to the top of the wall, but as they try and get down the other side, Poison Wind Globes and Shurikens just whittle them down. Down goes the enemy General. Oof. And that is going to cause quite a dip in their balance. The balance of power is still very much in their favour, despite the fact that they don't have a chance here. The steam tanks, though, are making a break for the city centre, but I don't think they can take it. So we're chasing them with the Night Runners, because I think the best way to deal with them is just to chuck shurikens at them until they explode. That's the dream anyway. This unit of Stormvermin, they actually didn't get any kills, but how much damage did they actually do? This is going to be interesting, so let's have a quick look. So they did actually do over 2,000 worth of damage against those steam tanks, so, you know, although they didn't get any kills, still very much worth it. Did a lot of damage. Enemy units now fleeing off the battlefield. Quickly, the balance of power has shifted, leaving only the steam tanks, who of course are unbreakable on the battlefield, and they are, well, surrounded, taking a lot of damage. The Night Runners starting to whittle them down. I've sent in some Plague Monks, which are, I'm going to be honest, not going to be super effective against these steam tanks. They don't have much in the way of armor piercing, but that's not a major problem. I'm going to bring the Poison Wind Globes in, and the tower defences just chasing. I mean, is this Huntsman General actually going to get off the battlefield, or is he going to be vaporised long before he does? Come on, finish him off. I want to see this bloke dead. Oof. Yeah, he's not looking good. It's not looking good for him. One steam tank down, and this last one is still continuing to be a bit of a pain in the ass. But fortunately, the poison wind globes are almost in range, and as soon as they're in range, this thing's going to go explodey. Although it has done a lot of damage to my plague monks. But then they're plague monks, so you know, who cares?
See, they run! Not my fighter. Retreat! Surrender!
Okay, that was a little bit dicey, but
Eat them!
I'll take the cash, thanks. Okay, there is yet another stack though, but Liv is just within range, so we can move up and help. Are you dying because you've got nothing left? Nope, it's because you're in chaos territory. Okay, so apparently the north has fallen. That's interesting because it must mean that chaos appear in the north here as well, not just in the chaos wastes. Interesting. Okay, are you just raiding me? Is that what you're doing? I can actually reach you, you dozy twat. So guess what's happening to you? That's right. Chicken burgers. That's what's happening to you.
You done. Release them then.
Okay.
Tails. Don't disappoint me.
That's one threat dealt with. Now, how far can we get? Oh, not close enough. And do I want to march into that? Fuck it. Fuck it, it's happening. We're doing it. If Carl wants to come and have a go, he can come and have a go. Otherwise, he can attempt to take Ratgrad, because obviously we saw what happened at Hairgig. I think he might run away. And Liv is actually max rank. He could be renowned and feared. I mean, he should be. And also, that's going to give us a little bit more. Yeah, Ratgrad is on siege, so that means we can't. Jesus, that makes 4.5k. Really? I guess that's because you're in the region and we've got some units that increase money. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe, potentially. Still, that's quite a lot of money. Quite a lot of money. Let us go and spread our corruption. Okay, I need to take out Middenheim, the Black Pit, Altdorf. I need to take those out, because if I don't take them out, they will just keep spitting armies at me. And I can't keep fending them off. It's annoying. Now, we do have the Depths of Hell Pit, which is nice. We also... I mean, a little bit more growth juice, and we could pump our boys full of... Hello. I think they'll only have dryads now. Wow, really? You think you have that much of a chance?
Win battle, or else.
The only real problem unit these guys are going to have are these Grail Knights. Fortunately, I do have a way of dealing with them. Now, some people might go, is it the Death Globes? No. Is it the Lightning Cannons? No. It's even more simple than that. Basically, as they charge towards us, I'm going to countercharge with one of my Mole Rat guys. Brood Horrors, that's the one. Hello, lads. Bye-bye, lads. Oof. That's got to be hell, hasn't it? You spend years questing for the lady in the lake, you know, doing all these good deeds, and then one day a mutant rat comes up, explodes, and that's all she wrote for you. That's a hell of a day, isn't it? Like, was it worth it? No, probably not. Okay, well, I mean, it is just peasants after all. I mean, they do have a lovely colouring here, a lovely deep crimson red, which is really going to hide the bloodstains. Which is useful, because there's going to be a lot of bloodstains. As our rat ogres make very short work of these incredibly squishy humans. Look at them exploding into jam. Little tubey bits flying all over the place. Are they important? I mean, they were on the inside at one point, so one has to suggest, yes, probably they were quite important, but I don't think they'll be needing them anymore.
Great victory! Tell the clans!
I'll let them know. You did lose 4 guys, though. Just saying. Right.
Then we go.
Let's do that. That's now max rank, which is what we want. To get defences there. Do something like that. There's a filthy elf. I think you just have dryads left. I think the only thing you can recruit is dryads. I mean, dryads are nasty, but not that bad. Nurglost, though, is doing fairly well for himself. We're going to give him Moulder Knowledge, because that's going to beef up his rat ogres and whatnot. And Goggle Rats, Triangulation. Why not? I do want to put you on a Brood Horror, not until rank 14, though. In the meantime, let's just go hard to hit, I guess. That looks fine. I do have defences there. I also want to upgrade that. That's more important because the gold mine, of course, is going to be bringing us in a nice chunk of change. A little bit concerned about Carl down there. That could be nasty. I would prefer him to either run away or fight me, even if it would make me tired. But that's, in my opinion, a better option than losing Rack. I mean, we can probably... They don't have any artillery. You know what? That fight will probably be fine. I'm going to categorically say Carl shouldn't be able to... Oh my god, we're going to have rebellion. Okay, that'll have to be dealt with. Kislev, though, does have a beefy garrison. A very beefy garrison. So they should be fine. Basically, I think we should be generally fine. So we still need to loot, raise or sack 16 different settlements. And Naganhof we've already done. Oh, they've already taken Griffin Wood. That's not good news. I mean, it's still a little bit on fire, though. So we've got a little bit of time. But we do need to knock that on their head. So I think Nurglost is probably going to be dealing with them. Actually, Nurglost, what is your special Skaven skills? So, Skaven slaves are cheaper, right? Ambush success chance, not bad. More growth for all provinces, income from settlement buildings, Skaven corruption, and Skaven corruption. Okay, that's fine. You can also go, oh, Brood Horror, because the Bone Breaker isn't very good, is it? I've heard this, like the Bone Breaker is one of the worst mounts to put. It's literally worse than just not having him on it. We could try Public Order, but I don't think that's really going to... Okay. Let's see what happens here. Prague can do that. I would like another Jeremy if we could. Let's repair the bell, because the bell makes people happy. We're going to have rebellion there, but there's nothing I can do about it at the moment, so we'll just have to worry about that. It's more rats. It's not really a big problem. Okay, we've had a rebellion, but more importantly, Carl did run away. Although he's got a friend. Well, you always do, though, don't you? Volkmar's turned up yet again. We're being raided, which isn't super good times. You've run over there, but there's nothing. You're fucks. You are miles away from anywhere you can recruit. I hope, or can you recruit if you go into encamp stance? I'm not 100% sure, but maybe. Okay, let's cautiously meander down here. Right. I think that bopping Dryker may... Right, wait. Okay, she doesn't like me. I was wondering maybe we could, you know, be friends, but I don't think that's gonna pan out. So...
Retreat! Not my fault!
Was it, though? Okay, that's more like it. Bop you.
Win battle!
Timber.
Or else!
Eat for the replenishment. Now, we've got two options now. We could maybe just go for the kill. Retake Nagenhof. That does look pretty good. Okay, let's do that. Unfortunately, that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.